Jacob's Quest, and today I just finished watching episode 8 of X-Men 97, and wow, the show just continues to just be amazing, just on all fronts. Animation, story, drama, epicness, the stakes, you know, like everything is just so cool. Okay, so yeah, last episode we had, what was his name? Gygrich, the guy who made the Sentinels. He died, or the Rogue just like let him drop, and then he became a zombie Sentinel thing, and everyone's like, what is happening? And Cable shows up and saves the day barely. Rogue is knocked out, she's like in a coma now, and Cable is here with you know, his dad and not mom to try and figure out, like, who is this Bastion guy, what is happening, who is this guy, why should we even care? And yeah, we get right into it. So basically what we end up finding out through investigations with the Summers is basically Bastion was born as a normal kid, but his dad was infected by a technovirus from the future, from the future Sentinel Nimrod, and so he was born as this organic Sentinel, like a human, half Sentinel, and then in the future he's able to create this virus based on the thing that I guess Cable had, that Mr. Sinister. It's really complicated, honestly. Basically, he's got a bunch of humans volunteering to get, you know, sentinelized, and then their memories are erased. They don't remember that they volunteered for this, and they're just like these sleeper agents that can get triggered at any time. And turns out they've been doing this for a while, I guess. Like, it must have been going on, at least, you know, he's a time traveler, right? So I guess he had all the time in the world to start doing this. And this Bastion character is someone that we've seen in the background. A lot of people have pointed this out. You can see him in the background shots of a bunch of different episodes so far. So, you know, even, what's his name? The guy Forge, the guy who's helping Storm. He's even in a picture with Forge, which I feel like they need to go into more of that. Like, what, Forge, what do you know? You've seen this purple guy and you never said anything? What's up with that? Anyways. And yeah, basically he has a bunch of humans that can suddenly turn into future style Sentinels, and they're all just a bunch of zombie Sentinel invincible people, and it's really crazy. So while Scott and Jean and Cable are investigating his childhood home, we have Nightcrawler and Wolverine at the mansion, who are looking after Rogue because she's in a coma. And then we also have Jubilee and Sunspot. I don't remember his name. It's Sunspot, I believe. Anyways, and we have them hanging out at Sunspot's mom's house, who, you know, if you remember, she was kind of like, you know, like, oh yeah, I accept you, but, you know, just not in front of company, you know, just like, maybe we're not going to tell people, we're not going to let it be public, because, you know, it's just bad, it's a bad look, you know. So yeah, mom, yeah, sure, she accepts him, but not really, right? Anyways, and yeah, basically we have a Bastion activating all of these sleeper agents, and everyone just immediately gets under attack, and it's really creepy and crazy, and the action is amazing, and yeah, things do not look good for anyone. You know, we get amazing sequences of like Nightcrawler and Wolverine like back-to-back slashing, and Nightcrawler's got these swords and he pulls Wolverine through a portal, so we get to see what that looks like. And, you know, just all the amazing action sequences that this show has had so far, just wow, just it's crazy stuff. And also we get cameos, so many cameos. So my understanding is that, I guess, Doctor Doom and oh my god, what's his name, the guy from Civil War, Zemo, yeah, Zemo, they are at least involved somehow with Bastion's plan. I'm still not entirely clear exactly how involved everyone is. You know, obviously our blonde lady with the UN at least knew of Bastion and knew that he was going to create a new set of Sentinels, or at least that's what he told her. But now that she finds out that the Sentinels are humans, she's starting to have second thoughts on this, and she ends up releasing Magneto, who ends up doing crazy stuff. But I'm still kind of unclear exactly, like, who knows what exactly, you know, like, is it just her, or is it the entirety of the UN that is against the mutants, and they were working with Bastion the whole time to create these Sentinels, but Bastion didn't tell anyone specifically how he was creating these Sentinels? Like, what was happening exactly? What does Doctor Doom and Zemo have to do with any of this? I guess they would be part of the UN, I suppose. So, okay. I'm just a little unclear as to, like, how far-reaching this Bastion guy's reach is, because, like, he seems to, you know, he's been up to this for a while, and I suppose a lot of the human leaders, if not every human leader, knew what was happening, or at the very least knew of Bastion, I suppose. It's very unclear. I kind of need some of this answered, or maybe I just need to, like, rewatch a couple episodes and be like, wait, what does, who works for who, and what do they know about this Bastion guy? Because he's just showing up to us now, but he's been in the background of the show the whole time. So, like, you know, I need to, like, rewatch and be like, they've definitely been hinting at things since the beginning. But in any case, so the UN lady ends up letting Magneto go, and right at a moment when, like, everyone is losing and they're doing these epic action sequences and it's really cool, Magneto's like, enough, and he goes to, like, you know, like the North Pole, and using Earth's magnetic pole there, right, like by standing, like, on the north, he's able to send out this wave, and I guess it just acts as a giant EMP pulse around the entire globe, and they all shut down, all of these Sentinel humanoids, Prime Sentinels. Also, it's a little unclear, like, are these people dead now? Like, you know, because Nightcrawler and Wolverine were slashing these people up, but then the Sentinel parts were able to just pull them back together. So, like, you know, literal beheadings were happening, and then they were able to just, like, kind of goop back together. But they're still somewhat human, right? So, like, are they gone? Are they just dead? Or, like, how does that work? You know, I suppose we'll find out. You know, I guess if the news is like, hey, there's like thousands of dead people that fell out of the sky because they're half cyborgs, I guess. You know, very unclear if they're, like, dead once they transform, or if it's just like a temporary thing, then they can go back to normal. I don't know. But yeah, Magneto stopped everything, and we're entering this phase of Magneto was right about, like, everything. You know, you can't trust humans. They're gonna, you know, and I suppose if the entirety of the UN knew about Bastion and his plans, or at least to some extent, if that is what they're implying, I guess, by the blonde lady and Doctor Doom and Zemo and all of them, like, you know, all these monitors filled with, you know, silhouettes of faces. It's like, it's all these people knew, I guess. Then yeah, I guess Magneto was right. And of course, you know, Wolverine's like, oh, Magneto just declared war on humanity, which, I mean, kind of seems like humanity kind of picked the fight first, right? I mean, you know, I know that Bastion here was trying to justify everything that happened in Genosha, but, like, that's kind of like the first declaration of war right there. But in any case, yeah, just they're like, where's Professor X when you need him? And Professor X shows up and he couldn't land that ship. He had to crash into the debris. I don't know, like, if the controls were messed up on his little escape pod there, but anyways, Professor X is officially back. He calls all the X-Men to him, and that's where the episode ends. So, you know, kind of in a funny way, the first thing he says is like, I hope I'm not too late. And I'm like, a lot of stuff happened, and I don't think, you know, like, there's not reversing a lot of this stuff, especially, you know, we got Kamar-Taj name drop, by the way. But, you know, Beast kind of explores the idea that, like, maybe the reason Cable couldn't stop Genosha from happening is because it's a fixed point in time, kind of like what we saw in the What If Marvel show, where, like, Doctor Strange couldn't stop what's her name from dying because it was supposed to happen, at least in that timeline. So yeah, it's possible that, like, yeah, none of this is getting reversed. Any hopes of time travel manipulation, of like undoing all this, might be gone. Like it might, like Gambit's gone for, like all those mutants are just gone for real, which is crazy, but it's looking that way. But yeah, just I am just obviously really enjoying the show and the action and the drama and everything. And there's so many great quotes and there's so many moving parts that like it's definitely one of those things where like I can rewatch this a couple times, and I'm gonna catch something I didn't catch before. But yeah, I think my only real complaint right now, and this might just be me, I'm still a little unclear as to exactly like who knew what about Bastion and how long have they known it and how long has Bastion been doing this. And because, you know, the blonde UN lady claims to not have known any of this, and she's just now being told that the Sentinels he's making are humans, you know. But then it's like, okay, so the UN was indeed against mutant kind the entire time. Like they, like, if this guy was not using humans as the new Sentinels, if he was just making more robots, right, they would have no problem with this. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I guess if that is the case of what's happening, then yes, Magneto was right. You can't trust humans. I guess that's just maybe what they're saying. But in any case, yeah, just amazing episode. We got 2 episodes left. I don't even know what's gonna happen. Like, you know, this is a show that's proven it's not afraid to kill people off. It's not afraid to do, like, it feels like so many of these episodes would have been the season finale of any other show. Like the things that happen in one episode are so epic and grand scale, and like it's gonna be so consequential moving forward that like that would have been any other show, that would have been the season finale. You know, like that would have been like the last thing that happens and make it like an epic event. But like they're just doing this every episode now. Oh, and we got a Spider-Man cameo. Yeah, can't forget to mention that Spider-Man shows up, and he, you know, it's just a really quick cameo. He just kind of like looks as the EMP Magneto wave goes by. You know, so is that implying that he's gonna come back more, or is that he's gonna, you know, are we gonna finally get this fabled continuation of the 90s Spider-Man show? It's possible, because that one actually did end on a cliffhanger as well. So like, yeah, there's definitely ways you can continue that show, and I think a lot of people would like that. But yeah, just, man, they keep doing it, you know. You only got 2 more episodes, and I have no reason to think that they won't stick the landing. So like, all right, let's go. X-Men 97, probably the best not just superhero show, but just one of the best TV shows like in a while. Like, this is nuts how much is happening. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your theories, and if you can explain the whole Bastion and the UN and their whole relationship, I need an explanation on that. Like, who is it, the whole UN, or is it just like those 3 people? Like, I don't know. I'm very confused. But anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.